Howdy.
Hi, what's up?
Hi. Hello. Welcome to this Toonkind at 12 FPS called Caught Falling. I'm Heartless, and I will be playing Gille Treble.
And I am Fable, and I'll be playing Bob. So Hart. So Gil's had an interesting because this FPS is taking place after your one shot Carrot Caper.
Yep,
Carrot,
Carrot Caper.
yeah. I wasn't sure if I was saying that right.
Yeah,
Uh,
that sounds about right to me.
yeah. A certain jewel heist didn't go quite as planned, but
Well, it went exactly as planned, according to Gille.
I'm sure. But yeah, luckily he didn't go to jail or anything, and he granted Bob's only request, which was don't get my boyfriend arrested.
Yeah, he made sure that Ross did not get arrested there.
Yeah, Bob's very grateful for that. But since then, Bob has met someone that Gil knows.
Mm-hmm.
I say knows with a quote unquote wink wink nudge nudge. And since meeting Sammy, Bob has had very much the intent of finding Gil and having a talk with his little brother.
So the problem with that is that the apartment, which had been renovated recently, has a lot of trapdoors and secret tunnels and traps.
Yeah.
And who knows where Gil could be right now?
Yeah. Shall I make a roll to see how quickly Bob finds Gil?
Yes.
Okay. Should I roll investigation or survival?
I think it would be investigation.
Okay.
Oh,
18.
hey, that's pretty good. So, let's say you open one door that's not it, and you get covered in confetti shaped like tiny little pumpkins.
Oh, okay. Bob probably has to shake himself a little bit, but he's like, "Oh no, I can worry about this later." And he goes to the next door, and literally just swings it open. And goes, "Gil, are you in here?"
And I'm gonna roll perception because Gil's a little lost in what he's doing right now. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. So as the door swings open, Gil swirls around and pauses with his arms up like he's dancing, and hi. He's in the gym.
Hi. Hi. Are you dancing?
Yeah, yes. Just practicing my form. You were looking for me?
Oh, right. Yes. And in Bob's hands is Bob covered in pumpkin confetti. Walks in holding a newspaper with the latest news of the Carrot Caper.
Gil's smile extends widely.
Well, I can see what you needed Ross for.
Well, I couldn't carry it myself.
No, apparently not. We're glad to see you had fun, along with and Bob holds out the newspaper, and on the front of the newspaper, it has that big shot, a dynamic shot of the criminals running away, and then the police good guys running after them, and you can see Gil's face very clearly, and you can also see at the corner a certain rainbow-haired fella that Gil would recognize.
Yep, and Gil's going to grin a little wider, and his tail's just kind of doing loops behind him. He says, "Yeah."
Bob's just peeking over the newspaper, just smiling. You didn't tell me it was You didn't tell me it was to hang out with your nemesis, right?
Gil kind of just narrows his eyes and says, "Not hang out. You don't really hang out with a nemesis. You get them to come after you."
Mm-hmm.
What's a heist without your nemesis coming after you? It's nothing.
I guess. Have you ever thought of having, I don't know, having something other than a heist to see your nemesis or have them come after you? I actually don't know how this whole nemesis thing works, and I was getting to something with this, and I've lost my train of thought.
I'm gonna go roll insight. Oh, Gil. That's a nat 1.
And even with the +2, it does nothing.
The +2 means that it is a straight D20 roll. And Gil's just standing there like, huh? He does not know what Bob means.
Oh, that's right. You didn't tell. I mean, you told me a little bit about him, but you didn't tell me how nice he was.
I mean, he's a goody two-shoes. What did you expect?
Well, I don't know. I was expecting someone a bit more conform. I don't know. I wasn't expecting him though when I met him at the park.
You met him at the park?
I did. I guess there's a Presbyterian temple out in the forest area of the park, and I found him there gardening.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Bob squints. Is like, there are other ways you could get someone's attention.
Gil tilts his head to the side.
Like, I'm realizing it feels very weird that I'm the one explaining this. Again. I'm explaining this again. Ugh. Anyway, if you wanted to hang out with Sammy, you could ask him to hang out or go on a date.
He mentioned that last night, and so did one of his companions, and it's very confusing because isn't a date just a date? A day that stuff happens on. I'm really confused.
Well, okay, how. You're talking about date as in like a day on the calendar. Is that what you think a date only is?
I mean, it's a time that an event happens.
Okay. A date is also when. Oh, I feel very weird that it's me explaining this. A date is also when two people who like each other can hang out. Does that make sense? You know how, like, me and Ross go on dates?
Yeah, but... Gil's having a time here.
I mean, Bob looks a bit confused. I mean, am I reading the situation wrong? From what I'm reading, it seemed like you two kind of like each other.
Like him?
I mean, I'd say love, but I don't want to overstep.
Can I get you to roll an insight? Because I can't really vocalize what's happening right now.
18!
Yep. So, Gil's not even being deceptive. He's... So... Oh, goodness.
Oh, dear. Bob overstep.
No, it's more the fact of Gil's like, Gil's very confused, and right now he's trying to. There's smoke coming out of this Toon's ears as he tries to equate what Bob is saying to what he thinks. And it's like all the math is appearing before him and he can't understand it.
I think Bob's gonna reach up and just plug Gil's ears to stop the smoke. Okay, calm down. It's fine. Just don't break your brain thinking about it. You okay? Gille, are you okay?
I'm alright. I'm fine. Why would you say something like that?
Well, actually, I got a little excited to be honest. And I don't know. It just seemed like you two liked each other. It just seemed like you two liked each other, and I guess I was curious and wondering. And if you do like each other, then that's very good for you.
I mean, he's plenty infuriating.
And
Gil's tail has started to shape into hearts as he tries to. Wow, it's so tongue-tied right now. Very weird for Gille to be tongue-tied right now.
Bob sees what his tail's doing and just, aw, Gille.
What?
I think Bob is. Oh, but I guess you can roll inside if you want.
Oh, hey, nat 20.
Hey, Bob looks very happy for you. Like, you found someone that you love. Like, that's so nice. Oh, do you think? Oh, maybe I should invite Sammy over for dinner sometime.
No. It's not how these things are done. You can't just invite your nemesis over to dinner. That's not how it works.
Why not?
Because it's the chase.
But what about when he's not chasing you?
Why wouldn't he want to chase me? Gille looks very disappointed.
Well, I no. I don't think it's a case of him not wanting to chase you. But did you think maybe sometimes he just liked to stand with you? I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is a very confusing conversation.
But why would he want to do that?
I don't know. From what I've gathered, it seems like he likes you.
But why would he? I mean, I know he thinks I'm pretty, but a lot of people think I'm pretty.
Maybe it's some of that, but yes, you can perhaps you could be infuriating sometimes. I can't say what's going on inside his head, but from what I know of you, you're also a decent person. You're funny. I could see why he would just want to talk to you.
You know, the strangest thing is you're not the first person to say that. And I was having trouble coming to terms with that I'm a good person. It's not really true.
Well, I mean, good as in just Bob realizes he's Bob's trying to no, maybe not good. I mean, you still like to cause trouble. Certainly, you're still a troublemaker. That's for certain. But like, you're good as in like a person, but not good by the law. Oh, you can laugh. This is funny to you, I imagine. I've tried to figure out my words here.
Also, Bob, have you noticed something about Gil's jacket? Because it's different from the last time you saw him.
Bob has been a bit distracted by other things, but I'm gonna roll a thing to see if he's realized that now. Because Fable actually did forget, even though it was a thing you told me. Let me roll. Should I just do this? 14.
Yeah,
14.
yeah. I'd say it's very likely that Bob, at least now, in this moment, has realized that Gil's jacket's no longer gray. It's now orange.
Not to change the subject abruptly, but what happened to your jacket?
My jacket?
It's
Looks
orange.
down at it. Oh, fancy that.
Wait, did you just notice?
Yes.
You've been wearing this.
I don't look at my jacket that often.
You've been wearing it the whole time. You would have at least noticed the sleeves.
Would I have?
You know what? That's a good point. Glad to see you.
There's a lot of things that have slipped by me without these glasses here.
You know what, Gil? I hadn't considered that at the moment. Either way, why is your jacket orange?
I don't know.
Do you know when it might have turned orange?
Well, it wasn't orange yesterday.
Okay. So then it happened sometime in the night.
Maybe it turned when I was facing off against that cop. Right after I told that real kind kid he wasn't cool. I thought he was cool, but he's a goody two shoes. He's not cool.
So you're telling you lied to the cool, not cool kid, and then it turned orange.
No, I told him he wasn't cool because I thought he was cool, but he was pointing a gun at me, and
so he is cool.
No, he's not.
You just said you thought he was.
I did before he pointed a gun at me. So I told him I thought he was cool, and then I pushed the cop off of Ross.
I wonder if I actually want to know the full detail about your attempted robbery. I still would like to have plausible deniability. I'm gonna just. Oh, does Psychopomp know why your jacket would have changed color?
I don't know. Psychopomp, are you feeling up to answering today?
Dot.
Gil waits.
Bob also waits. I feel like we're gonna be here a while. So I guess no answer.
Oh, I think he's still mad at me for something.
Mad at you? Why?
I don't know. Because I have other friends. But you're still my best friend, Psychopomp.
Wait, is it not? Why doesn't he like you having friends? Wouldn't you having friends means he also has friends?
I don't know.
I need to have a talk with if Psychopomp would like to, I'd like to talk to them at some point.
That's up to him.
That's fair. But back to no, wait. We've gotten off track. What I'm trying to figure out why. Well, the jacket changing color. I don't know if that's concerning or not, but I feel like this is derailed. Actually, no. Back to Sammy. That's what I came here to talk about.
What? Really? Why?
What? Why not? You like each other, but you're not. But it seems to me like Gille. Look at your tail.
Going to roll perception.
Reception.
He rolled a 4.
Oh my god.
So when he looks, the tail stops.
What?
And he looks back at Bob, and it starts again. What?
What? You know what? It was hearts. Your tail was making heart shapes when you were talking about Sammy.
Gil reaches up and scratches his head. Bob, are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling perfectly fine, and I'm offended you think otherwise. Just trust me, I have a perception of +6. I know what I'm talking about. The point is, if you like him, why not ask him out on a date?
How would I do that? Also, he thinks I'm pretty, but that doesn't mean he likes me.
Bob squints.
What?
Gil, I talked to him for barely. I don't think I even talked to him for a full hour. And And honestly, when I talked to him, he spoke very fondly of you. Or when he at least did talk to me, it was very obvious. It was very obvious that he likes you.
How can that be, though? He punched me in the face.
I don't know. Gil,
and he was definitely trying to send me to jail last night.
Gil, lots of people tried to send you to jail. If you want to know,
but none of them actually like me.
Well, why not go ask him then, or leave a note to hang out? I don't know, Gil. When I met Ross, he was kidnapping me.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard this story. You need to tell me.
It was less. I don't know if he was really even kidnapping. I think he just picked me up by accident, to be honest with you. It's not important. It's not that important, really. I mean, I was getting coffee, and I guess he was wanted, and the police were after him, and I was in the way, so he just picked me up without thinking, and I don't know, we just talked while he ran. We went through the park, and that was nice, I guess, but not the point. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you and Sammy.
Gil just kind of turns away from Bob, twirling. And he says, well, I just don't want to mess it up. You know, I've messed up once before, and I don't want to mess it up again.
But then you won't know. I mean, I guess I can understand not wanting to mess it up, but if you like each other, why not take the chance? Well, how about this? You're used to him chasing you, right?
Well, yes, because that's what Nemesis do.
Okay. Have you ever thought about letting him catch up?
Uh,
I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do this. I mean, if this is ever, if I don't want to make assumptions that it could go anywhere, but if it were, I mean, sorry.
I'm. Gil turns back around to look at Bob, and his hands are kind of crossed over his chest, and he kind of is kind of curling in on himself. I I don't want him to stop like my last nemesis did.
Well, why not tell him that?
Uh,
It's like you said, he's a goody two shoes, right?
yeah, he's a goody two shoes.
So, so chances are, say you tell him you don't want him to stop chasing you. It sounds well. Would a goody two shoes, I guess, oblige that? What I don't know how. What am I doing? Why am I giving advice on this?
I don't know. You're the one who wanted to talk about this.
I am. I got very. I saw the newspaper and I got very excited because I thought, oh, how nice! Gil has a boyfriend. That must be so. I should go talk to him and ask about it because that sounds just nice.
Boyfriend?
Or nemesis. Nemesis boyfriend. I'm having trouble differentiating the two with you. Differentiating either one of those when it comes to you. I'm sorry.
Well, to be honest, I've never had a platonic rival, platonic nemesis, so. But I don't know if my last one even really knew my feelings about that. But I went too far, or something.
Well, from what I've talked with Sammy, and admittedly, it wasn't for very long. I'm not sure if he knows either, or completely. Did you say he asked? Did he say he talked about a date before? Or was that someone else?
He did at the end of like when Ross and I were just trying to get away. he he said there was an easier way to ask for a date, and I was very confused because how else am I supposed to ask for a heist set a date for a heist without sending a heist note? That just doesn't make any sense to me.
But that means, Gil. That means Why am I explaining this? I feel like I am the least qualified person to explain this. But okay. Gil, that means he wants you to tell if you have feelings for him. That's very much an invitation to tell him you have feelings for him.
And you don't think I'm going to screw it up?
I don't know. But from what I understand of relationships and from what I've read, the best thing you can do for a relationship is to try. I don't know if it will go well or not. I can't be the one to tell you that, Gil. That's something you have to find out for yourself.
Hmm. So you're just suggesting I should just walk up to Sammy and go, "Hi, would you like to go on a date?" But
But
what?
no, well,
What do we
you can.
do after that? I'm very confused.
Okay, well, okay. So let's. Okay, okay, we're just gonna play this out theoretically. Okay,
Okay.
theoretically. So how do I put this? I want to say pretend I'm Sammy, but I don't like that. But I really don't want to know what you flirting looks like. So let's not pretend that I'm Sammy. Um, let's see. I have what spells do I okay, this will work. And Bob is going to cast Silent Image.
Oh.
And it's going and Gil standing before you is is a silent replica of Sammy.
Gil for a moment ducks, so he's not visible from the window because there's police coming by.
You know, I wonder if you're gonna. This is what I get for living in a city. Bob goes over to the window to check to make sure the police are passing. Okay, they're going away. I think you're good.
Alright, good. I don't want to get caught right after I just barely slipped away. Goodness.
No, that's fair. Anyways, okay, so here's the I guess silent image of Sammy. So usually you run from Sammy usually, yes?
Well, usually, yeah.
Okay. So why don't you try walking up to him then? Instead of running.
Okay. Gil's going to smooth out his jacket and uncurl and straighten up, and he's going to walk up to the silent image and go, "Hi, Sammy."
The this is silent image, so it doesn't say anything. It just stares. If anything, I think it just looks like, honestly, it looks like a cardboard cutout of Sammy. But then behind you, you just hear a small, hi, Gil. What brings you here today? And Bob is somewhere behind you with a hand over his mouth, pretending that he's not talking.
Gil looks back to Bob and says, "This is kind of ridiculous, Bob."
I don't know how. Do you want to practice, or do you want better that you have at least some idea of what you're going to do instead of just what? Do you want to just improvise in real life? I don't know.
I mean, that's usually what I usually do.
That's fair, but you seem nervous.
I just walk to wherever and just start talking, and things just come out.
Do you just want to do that then? Instead of this? I'm actually staring at this and realizing it wasn't a good idea. Yeah, Bob's looking also disturbed by the silent image he's created.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And Bob waves his hand, and the cardboard cutout of Sammy just whoosh. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. All right, so then you're just gonna I guess the term is go for it.
Talking's all well and good, but what? On dates, people do stuff, right?
Oh yeah, it could. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be anything fantastic or anything. It could literally even just be going to get a coffee or something, or go to a movie.
Well,
Or even just spending time together. Gil, it doesn't need to be a date. Doesn't have to be something super fancy. Bob makes air quotations. A lot of the dates Ross and I have gone on haven't. I mean, some of them have been nice restaurants, but sometimes sometimes we just walk through the park. We sit on a bench, we talk.
so
The point of a date is to spend time with them.
to spend time with them.
Yeah, enjoy their company. And they get to spend time with you and enjoy your company.
Gil looks like he's thinking, and the tail's starting to make hearts again.
Bob
Behind him.
is resisting pointing it out. He's gonna let Gil think. But he sees those hearts. He sees them.
I guess I could give that a shot.
I mean,
do you know where?
Mate.
Oh wait, you would know where there are parks around here.
Why not visit him at one of the Prismatone? I almost said Primrose. No, Prismatone temples. He's there. He's there a lot on the weekend gardening.
Oh, I could try that. You know, I still sometimes get lost on my way to the studio.
Do you need help finding the place?
Yes.
Okay, I will help. I will help you. I will help. I will help take you there. But, well, actually, he's not going to try and arrest you on sight, is he?
I don't know. Maybe. He seemed pretty upset that I just kind of got out of the handcuffs he put around my wrist.
I'm not going to comment on that. All right.
It was pretty fun to suddenly not be in them and just be halfway across the room.
Okay. Tell you what, because I've already made it a point to go to Prismatone's temple. One so rad could go see Prismatone, and Sammy will know that I'm coming. So I don't know if you'll need it. I don't know if you need a mediator for these sort of things. I certainly hope not, but at the very least, I don't know if I even should be there. I'll help you get there, and if it seems bad, I'll help you not get arrested. But other than that, everything else is on you because this is your relationship.
Okay.
All that said, do you want to do that? Do you want to do this?
Do I? Do
Do
I?
you? Well, maybe here's a better question. Do you not want to do it?
I don't not want to do it.
Okay. So, do you want to try then?
Couldn't hurt, right? He, one of his hands goes and presses on his chest.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Roll insight.
Straight D20 roll, go! That's a 10.
Ah, can't tell. Bob is just, as far as you can tell, Gail. Bob is just looking where he's pressing his chest.
Gil looks down and takes his hand away. Oh, see, I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's okay if you're not.
Bob, can I tell you something?
Of
Promise
course.
not to tell anyone.
Bob looks like he thinks about it for a sec, and then he holds his hand up. He holds up a pinky.
He closes the distance, and wraps his pinky finger around Bob's.
Promise.
Thank you. I'm gonna roll hammer space. Oh, yes. Yeah. So, Gil reaches into his jacket and pulls out a letter. And it's a letter that, Bob's seen, not a few times, tends to come out when he's not looking for it. And he holds it in both of his hands, and it's kind of pinkish, and it has a heart seal on the back. And it's clearly a love letter. This...
Bob.
Go ahead.
No, Bob just kind of blinks, like, huh. But he doesn't say anything.
I was going to give this to my last nemesis. It's something I wrote when I finally stopped being so oblivious. But he kind of just shouted at me because I ruined some guy's life. Got him chased out of town.
Did that... I don't want to say did he deserve it, but... Was there a reason he got chased?
It's because I stole his identity, and I was...
Oh.
Yeah. And I ruined his life. And Jay was very upset about that. And he told me he wasn't going to be my nemesis anymore. And Gil's hands tighten around the letter.
Bob holds out a hand and looks at the letter expectantly. Or not expectantly, but questioningly.
Gil looks up at Bob and very slowly hands the letter to Bob.
Bob is very gentle with the letter as and slowly. So if he does anything that Gil wants him to, Gil wants him to stop at any point, he will.
Mm-hmm.
But he very slowly will open the letter, and take it out and read what it says.
Mm-hmm. So it's a letter addressed to a J Inkheart, and the wording is extremely romantic.
I think that makes Bob smile a little bit.
And it does talk a bit about events in the past, like the time Gil quote unquote threatened to drop the police chief into what was actually a vat of green soda.
Oh, Gil.
What?
Green soda?
Well, I made him think it was dip.
I got that. No, I got that. Did you actually drop him in?
No, Jay managed to catch the police chief before he actually touched it, but
I don't think I want to think about his face if he actually did fall in here.
it would have been hilarious. He would have been so scared.
Oh, roll insight.
He was so scared when he was being reeled down into it. Oh, that's a 5.
Roll on advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna try a different dice.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna give it to you because heck you, dice. Bob is trying very hard not to laugh as he's imagining. Because on one hand, it's very serious threat to drop someone in dip. On the other hand, oh man, imagine what his face would have been in if once he realized it was soda.
That was one of the best birthdays I've ever had.
I can imagine. Oh no, no, bad Bob. I shouldn't be laughing.
Afterwards, I laughed so hard with Psychopomp that I almost got caught again.
Bob's gonna try and dissuade his laughter by reading the rest of the letter.
Mm-hmm. And well, at the end, it does express Gil's feelings for Jay, which were very romantic, and wondering if Jay felt the same. and it's actually at the bottom. It's signed Trill Treble Cleft.
Bob's expression softens as he gets to the end of it. Before neatly folding it back up and putting it back in the envelope,
mm-hmm.
and handing it back to Gil.
And Gil takes it back.
You never got to give it to him, huh?
Nope.
I'm sorry that didn't work out for you.
Well, honestly, I thought, a lot's changed, and he puts it back into his, jacket, and it disappears back into his hammer space.
And Bob nods. It's like, yeah, a lot has changed. I was looking at that letter, and oh, it was signed by Trill Treble. Last I checked, you're Gil. And I imagine Gil is a lot smarter than Trill was.
Sometimes it doesn't feel that way.
Well, I can understand that, but I think, I think you know not to make the same mistakes as Trill had.
I hope I don't. I haven't
Well, I mean,
impersonated anyone recently.
that's probably good. I think maybe stick with fake identities though, just to be safe. In any case, I don't know anything about this Mr. Inkheart, but I've met Sammy, and well, to be honest, I'm not really sure what what worst case scenario could be, but I do think you have a chance.
His okay, so I have to describe because he's not going to say anything to that.
Okay. Should I roll insight again?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's just kind of fallen silent.
13.
That's enough.
Yeah.
It's this little bit of hope that's in his eyes. Just a little bit.
Oh, Gil. I think Bob's gonna reach over and just give him like a comforting pat on the arm.
Mm-hmm. Gil's gonna smile.
Gil, I do. I'm not really sure what else to say next to be helpful, but whatever you decide to do, Gil, I'm sure it'll be okay.
I hope I don't royally screw it up like I did last time.
Well, let's think of it this way. You screwed up last time, but look where you are now. You're not in a terribly awful place. So let's say you do quote unquote royally screw up this time. It'll be sad. I don't doubt that. And you'll have every right to be sad if it doesn't go well. But then I guess I want to say you move on, but I don't know if that's insensitive.
Took me ages, I think.
Oh.
Hell, I'm still carrying that letter around. Maybe I should get rid of it.
It might be healthy for you to say goodbye to that letter, yes.
Want to go burn it in the backyard?
I'll get my fire extinguisher. You are not, and I'm providing the matches. You are not allowed. We are not having a dynamite incident again.
Aww.
My boss will not let me hear the end of it. He's always like, "Oh, Bob, I can't do whatever accent he has, but oh, Bob, you're such a good accountant, and you set the roof on fire. I'll never let you hear the end of it." Just like, no, stop, please. I don't want to hear it from you, engineer. You blow up half the studio on a daily basis. I should know. I have the account. I have the numbers for it. I have.
Do
I
you
have
know,
all the bills.
I actually, I turned on one of the bombs in the storage, and I think it actually blew up.
You did what? That was an actual bomb?
Apparently! I thought it wasn't.
Gil, I have to make sure there's money to pay for that damage.
Well, that happened a while ago. It was, you were chasing me through the vents, remember?
Oh yeah, I remember. You know what? Let's just go burn that letter already, okay?
Okay.
So I guess they go to whatever counts as a backyard for the building.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll hammer space again.
I'm also gonna roll hammer space.
Uh-huh. That's a 10.
That's the one! That's the one!
So
It's the time to fumble!
fumble time. What
3. What does Bob pull out of his hammer space? Bob goes rifling around. Oh, what? Hold on one moment. It's here somewhere. Bob is rifling around through his pockets. What does he pull out? Bob pulls out a small bag filled with sand. And Bob blinks at it and goes, "Huh, I was wondering where this went." Bob puts that back in. Again. 7, okay. Okay. Bob goes back in and pulls out the fire extinguisher and goes, okay, here we go.
Okay. Gil's going to very ceremoniously set the letter. Actually, I think. Let me roll wisdom to see if he has enough wisdom to dig out a pit. Yes, actually. That's a 17 minus 2, so that's a 15. So yeah, definitely. Gil starts to go putting it down and says, "Oh wait," and he just kind of starts just digging through the dirt and digs out a little pit where there's just dirt instead of grass.
Why is it whenever we hang out, we've committed arson?
Because arson's so much fun. Setting stuff on fire is fun.
I feel like it should be. I feel like I should have the principle to not enjoy arson, considering I'm made out of paper. But I'm inclined to agree. All right, fire hydrant, fire extinguisher. Oh wait, matches. Right, matches. Bob pulls out matches. Mm-hmm. Gil, I feel like it's appropriate to let you do this. But before he hands the matches to you, but you have. We are only burning the letter.
Yes.
Okay?
Only the letter.
We are not burning or committing arson on anything else. Can you repeat that to me, Gil?
We are only going to burn the letter. You have my word.
Okay. And Bob hands over the matchbox.
Gil takes it, and he now very ceremoniously places the letter down into the pit he dug with a slight flourish before straightening himself up and looking down at it. He takes a deep breath. Goodbye, Jay. And he takes one of the matches and lights it. And then tosses it onto the letter.
Bob's just politely I think he puts he folds his hands in front of him like they're at some kind of funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of respectfully bows his head. He doesn't know what else to do.
Gil's just gonna watch the flames for a moment Straightens his back, and then hands the matches back to Bob.
Bob actually looks.
As the letter burns down to cinders.
Bob takes the matchbox back and puts it back in his hammer space. And he looks at the letter for a bit just to make sure the fire isn't like spreading or anything. It's just going to burn up and burn itself out.
Yeah, the earth is admittedly probably kind of wet because it's cold out still. Probably.
Okay, yeah, yeah, probably. So yeah, Bob turns his attention from it to Gille, and reaches out and gives Gille another pat.
Gille's going to look around to see if there's anyone around and outside.
Is there?
Last one. No, there isn't.
Cool.
So, Gille's going to take this moment to, slowly fold his arms around Bob and give Bob a hug.
Oof. And Bob hugs back, still giving him comforting pats.
Thanks, Bob.
Of course. And hey, you'll be all right. And if you aren't, we'll be here. And if Sammy says no, well then I'm gonna have to tell him that he's missing out.
Gille kind of slightly tightens the hug and says, "That means a lot to me, Bob."
Bob just has a soft smile and tightens his arms around Gille as well. Doesn't say anything else. He just hugs him.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably a good place to end it.
I think so. Oh wow, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. It's been an hour. Wow.
I mean, Gille did a little beating around the bush.
a little bit. And
trying to divert the conversation.
A little bit. And Bob came in with not much of a plan on on how to talk about it. So.
All right.
But we got there, folks. We got there.
Have a good night. Thank you for listening.
Bye, folks. See you next time. Bye.